Hello, I am Holly Hamill, and I am here to share with you a very healthy and useful anxiety reducing technique called tapping. It's also referred to as EFT, the emotional freedom technique. The way that it works is it uses the Chinese medicine meridians. It's like a grid, an energetic grid that goes across our body at different acupuncture points. And when we touch them, it can release energy that gets stored, emotions that can get stored in different like energy um, segments of our body. I don't know exactly all of the science behind it, but I do know that it works. So I'm going to show you a little bit of that today. The first thing that you want to do is to start with a very stressful, triggering idea, something that creates a lot of stress, something that you wish that if you could have a magic wand to not feel such a physiological response when you have this thought or you think of doing this thing or you have this memory, whatever the trigger is. I want you to bring that up in your mind and really allow yourself to feel it. This this can be dangerous, so please use your best judgment and make sure that you are doing this responsibly, and that this is going to be something that is safe for you. So I'll let you use your best judgment on this, on how deep you want to go. But let's say that the trigger is seeing someone that you've had a conflict with at work. Okay, so what I want you to do is to bring up the idea in your mind, and it should be something that creates a physiological response, like makes your heart beat faster, creates a fight or flight response. Maybe you might start to sweat a little bit, start to feel your breath get more shallow, something like that. And so allow yourself to feel that stressful experience, feel it in your body, feel it as if it's already happening, and rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being no real response or reaction, and 10 being like extremely triggered and upset. Okay, so pay attention to where you're at right now and give it a number rating. And then the next thing that we're going to do is go through the tapping. Okay, so what you want to do is start with your non-dominant hand. I'm right-handed, so I'm starting with my left hand, and we're going to hit this place right here in the middle of the edge of the hand. And so I'm going to start right here with my dominant hand. I'm going to be tapping, and I'm going to just hit like this. And the words that you say to yourself is, even though I'm extremely triggered, I fully and deeply accept myself. Okay. And the next place you're going to go is the inside of the eyebrows. Okay. Even though I have so much stress in my body about this situation, I deeply and fully accept myself. Okay. The next place that we're going to go is the side of the eye. Now it's like really close where that bone is. Okay. So we're going to tap there. Even though I feel fight or flight whenever I think about this situation, I fully and deeply accept myself. And now we're going to go to the bone just below the eye here. Even though this situation stresses me so much, I deeply and fully accept myself. The next one is under the nose, the little divot above the lip. Even though I get so anxious and I have so much stress in my body when I think about this situation, I deeply and fully accept myself. And then the next one is below the lip and above the chin. Even though this situation creates so much anxiety within me, I deeply and fully accept myself. And then the next one is the collarbones, and it's just easier to just use flat hands and just pat like that. Even though when I think about this situation, I'm filled with anxiety, I deeply and fully accept myself. And then the next one is for women or people that have worn bras before. It's kind of along the bra line, but it's going to be like just like kind of, yeah, below the breast line. Okay. Even though even though I feel so much anxiety when I think about this situation, I deeply and fully accept myself. And then the last one is the top of the head. Even though I'm so stressed out when I think about this situation, I deeply and fully accept myself. Okay, and so now I'm going to share the screen and check in and see when you think about that situation, where are you at now on a scale of 1 to 10? Okay, so here's a chart of the map of the places that we go. And so the best thing to do is to go through it about 8 times and then check in with yourself and check in about your score on a scale of 1 to 10, how stressed you're feeling. Okay, so just to review, we do the side of the hand here is the first one. Eyebrows, even though I'm so stressed out about the situation, I deeply and fully accept myself. Side of the eye here on the bone. Underneath, under the nose. Even though I'm filled with so much stress at the thought of this, I deeply and fully accept myself. Even though this situation is stressful, I deeply and fully accept myself. Collarbone. Even though this is a frustrating situation, I deeply and fully accept myself. And then under the arms, even though this situation causes me stress, I deeply and fully accept myself. Top of head. Even though this situation isn't ideal, I deeply and fully accept myself. And what's really important is that you go through the entire gamut of emotions. Really allow yourself to feel the situation deeply before you begin. Like really bring it up so that you can acknowledge it. And we're basically rerouting some of the neural pathways as well. But you have to bring it up to the surface in order to have this be effective. And so you go through this about 8 cycles and then check in and see where you're at. And ideally, if you were to do this practice every day, each cycle of 8 that you go through will help you to feel less anxious about the situation overall until eventually, when you think about it, it does not elicit the same response. It's, closer to like a 1 or 2 where it's like, it's kind of, wish I didn't have to deal with it, but it doesn't like have the amygdala hijack. It doesn't have the fight or flight response and like just deep like stressful trigger in your body the way that it did when it started. I hope that this works out for you, and I would love to hear your comments and experiences with this. Thank you so much for watching.